Yo, what is happening, you dry dreadnought? My favorite VMAX of all time, Orbeetle VMAX, is back. Some of you are newer to the game, you might not know what it does, so let's break down the Orbeetle real fast. Got 310 HP. It does got that Eerie Beam ability. Once in your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's Pokemon, but it's not limited to 1 Eerie Beam a turn. So if we have 4 Orbeetle VMAX set up, we could use 4 Eerie Beams in a turn, and then a pretty solid attack in the Gmax wave. For a Grass and a Colorless, you do 50 plus 50 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So we only got Orbeetle in here as our main attacker, and that's basically it. The other Pokemon we have in here is Snorlax. We do play 4 of those. So our setup Pokemon, we use this in the early game, mid game, sometimes even late game, to be honest. We just like kind of Snorlax in all the time to just draw cards, find more Orbeetles, energy for our Orbeetles, and stuff like that. And yeah, just our draw engine in general is the Snorlax. So what keeps Orbeetle alive and around in games is the Cheryl. So our attack is pretty efficient for 2 energy. It's not bad, but that's not quite enough to help us win games. We do need to kind of stall out pretty often with the Eerie Beam to get some damage in play, and then build that up to the point where the Gmax waves are effectively 1-hit KOing our opponent's Pokemon. So a lot of ways our games will kind of break down is, we'll get that first Orbeetle attack off, turn 2, turn 3, then our opponent's going to hit that Orbeetle. We can retreat that Orbeetle, Cheryl it, go into a Snorlax, and then go back into using Gourmandize again, just draw more cards, find more Cheryls, energy. Hopefully we attach on that turn as well. And then if our opponent bosses up that Orbeetle that we just, retreated after healing it, or any Orbeetle that we have energy on off our bench, we can once again retreat back to Snorlax, Cheryl, after we use a couple Eerie Beams, and then go back into Snorlax and repeat. And eventually they'll kind of run out of boss cards, so they won't be able to constantly chase our Orbeetle. So it has to KO our Snorlax. At that point, we'll be able to attack again with the Orbeetle. Got 4 Switch in here and 3 Air Balloon alongside 4 Bird Keeper as a kind of our main draw supporter to maneuver our Orbeetles around and get off as many Eerie Beams as possible each turn. We've got 2 or 3 Orbeetles set up. We want to be using Eerie Beam from each of them ideally. Some Boss's Orders in here, of course. And the other card, actually, the new card added to Orbeetle. The meta's kind of shifted around to let Orbeetle be a functioning deck in the format again, to be honest. But a new card that is added in here that actually helps a ton, which is getting extra energy in play. So that way, when we do Cheryl, we'll heal that 1 Orbeetle that we had in the active that was attacking, but we might have enough energy in play still at that point to be able to attack with the next Orbeetle on the same turn that we Cheryl is the Gardenia's Vigor. So this is our other draw supporter in here alongside the Bird Keeper. Draw 2 cards. If you drew any cards in this way, attach up to 2 grass energy from your hand to one of your benched Pokemon. So we could theoretically build up 2 to 3 energy on a turn on multiple different Orbeetles. And then on a following turn, attack with 1 Orbeetle, they hit it, we Cheryl. But because we used Gardenia's Vigor on the previous turn, we'll be able to then just maybe attach return. And on the same turn that we Cheryl, we'll be able to attack with another Orbeetle. So it helps really keep the attacks of the Orbeetles flowing. So we don't have to kind of hide behind Snorlax as much or just run between Orbeetles using Cheryl as much as we kind of did in the past with the Orbeetle. So the Gardenia's Vigor actually is a pretty big buff to the Orbeetle deck. Also have a couple rocks in here for some late game disruption, and that's the deck. Orbeetle has not changed very much, but the meta has finally come back around to give Orbeetle a shot. If you guys want to check out some more gameplay from me with this deck, go check out AzulGG 2, the secondary YouTube channel where I upload a bunch of games from the stream, where I do stream every day except Mondays over at twitch.tv/AzulGG. And if you can't catch the streams but you want to catch the VODs of the streams, check out AzulGG VODs, where I've been uploading the VODs of the streams over there. And let's go ahead, let's get into a game, and I'll show you guys how the Orbeetle rocks. All right, here we go. Get to go first, so hoping for a Snorlax start. Of course, that's not that too hard to get. We do play a ton of Snorlax. We did get it here, and we got it out to an Orbeetle as well. We're up against some kind of Mew deck, and go ahead and Ultra Ball away the Boss and the Vigor, favoring the Bird Keeper a little bit more here. Got 3 Beetles in the deck. Hopefully find the other 2 on the next turn. Beetle down, Snorlax, and then draw with Snorlax. Ourselves. Okay, capture energy, Ultra Ball. Yeah, we should be able to put together the other 2 Beetles here on the next turn and hopefully get both of them evolved, but I wouldn't be surprised if one of them gets KO'd in the process of us setting up here. We are up against Dialga, which I would imagine is a tough matchup, but I think we should be able to make it work. Possibly get the dub here. I kind of wish I had kept my boss around, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish I had kept the boss around so I could have a little bit more of aggressive options here. But yeah, if we can set up a couple Beetles before they get too far ahead with the Dialga, looping stuff shenanigans, or the Dialga doesn't get too big to like one hit KO an Orbeetle, then I think we'll be in an okay spot. I'm actually kind of curious to see how this plays out. To be honest, I have no clue. I have no clue how this is gonna go. Yeah, like I said, I'd imagine Dialga's probably gonna be favored against us, but where there's a Beetle, there's a way, and we definitely got a Beetle, so just gotta find a way and hope the way is enough. Yeah, they're gonna have a pretty long turn 1 here, so we're gonna be snoozing for a little bit, and they might be able to get off like a turn 2 Dialga V-Star attacking as well. They might be able to make that. Happen. We're hoping they don't make that happen. They might be able to though. The net, Greninja getting reset. More card draw on the way. They already have the Intrepid Sword set up as well. This is a pretty good turn 1 so far. Triple. They're a Metal Saucer and an attachment away from bopping a Beetle. So I'm scared, but then we get to remove all the energy from play, so it might not be that bad. All right. So we get. Okay. I'll evolve here. I'm gonna put the capture energy here as well. Another Beetle, and then Ultra Ball away. Probably capture Air Balloon. Although I'll probably capture an Air Balloon. Yeah. Get another Beetle V on the board. Shenanigans, retreat, and gourmandize for 2. Jeez, we'll see where this goes. Gourmandize for 2. Now we can like, okay, this doesn't actually seem like it's that bad. Well, I could see this being bad, but so far I mean, it seems fine. It seems like we're in a fine spot. I don't know if this is going to maintain feeling like we're in a fine spot. A turf field would be nice, to be honest. Not a lot of those left in the deck. It feels like we're in a fine spot as of right now. That's fair to say, I think, for sure. It feels like we're in a fine spot. And we do a lot of damage to them because they have to put a lot of energy on their Dialga to actually, you know, knock us out. So some more Beetle setup is going to be the goal. Dialga set up now. See what they can do with it. They could like KO double Beetle Vs here, actually, if they get enough. Cross Switcher or Boss, because actually this deck generally plays both. So they could have Cross Switchers here, they could have Boss. They generally play both, so there's an Avery. Oof. Okay, I don't like that, but I guess I just gotta get rid of the Snorlax here. Net again. They're still chaining Muse. I mean, Avery's kind of a good sign. That means it's not a boss. I think I like that. How many energy do they even need to get a 1-hit KO on us? 7. 7. They would need 7 energy. They have 4. How many Metal Saucer left? They have 1 Metal Saucer left. 5. And then next turn they could get to 6, 7. I would 1-hit KO a Beetle. I think I should send up the VMAX here, though. Well, no, I would send up a V. I'd force them to have the boss. So if they like loop our active here, well, I don't know if I would. Oh my gosh, they are drawing everything. I'm scared. But if they don't, actually, we have switch. If they don't actually, how much damage could we do to this thing? We couldn't quite KO it, right? Cologne. Weird. I guess they're just burning it. Another, how they just out of nets? That's 4 net. They're out of net. Actually, yeah, we would just win this game if they don't have. I think we'd be 10 damage short, right? Because they effectively have 310. We do 300. Minus 30. Yeah, we'd be a little bit short. Double cross switchers. No, my Beetle is going down. All right, goodbye, Beetle. I don't think I sent up this Beetle. I could send up this Beetle, but I think it's probably incorrect to send that Beetle up. I think I just sent up the Snorlax again and force them to have a boss. I thought we'd be pretty good. I was like hoping they didn't play the cross switcher. Some play cross switcher, some don't. So it's like hard to tell. But they have to get like to the bench and to the active and boss this up to actually KO it. So I think I just sent up Snorlax. Then they get to go again. Not feeling great, but it's definitely winnable. Definitely winnable. Silene. Okay, that's going to be a great sign. What are they going to get the KO on here, though? They have 5 energy on the active. Like I said, that we don't quite KO them. They would need 1 more energy on their active. But I feel like now they're going to start to set up something like the Zacian. I do have this Roxanne in hand, though. Yeah, the Zacian is getting set up. That's good for us. Okay, I think we're going to be able to pull this one off now. We've kind of, like, we've weathered the storm. I was gonna say stabilized, but weathered the storm makes a little bit more sense. We've weathered the storm. Roxanne. We don't KO this Dialga though, which is kind of annoying. Hopefully find another out to the Beetle. Did. Is a tad costly though. Maybe get rid of both bird keepers. No, get rid of a bird keeper and energy. Have the VMAX. And I actually... So we do 300 damage to the active, minus 30. So I think we should actually retreat to Snorlax. Because if I do G-Max, then all they have to do is hit with this and then KO me with Station. So I think we do need to find like the Cheryl like we found, and then we're gonna be in a good spot. Now they could have bossed this turn on this, but now we have the Cheryl. So they could boss us and then we Cheryl. So I think we're in a good spot now. And now we can actually KO this thing next turn. Because we'll be able to go... There's an Avery, but we know they play the cross switchers. So they could still have double cross switcher here. All right, more cards to be drawn with the Greninja. All right, that's fine. That's fine. I'm still feeling fine. Hopefully. Yeah, we should be okay. No cross switchers this turn. I think we're in business. KO the Dialga. The Zacian is still a threat, though, because we actually don't do that much damage to the Zacian. There's 6. Okay, Metal Blast. So we do KO it. Why would they put another energy there? Maybe they miscounted. We do KO them for sure now. Let's send this up. Use this. Grab this. I guess they're maybe just threatening the knockout. Bird Keeper. Beam again. Attach. Bench Snorlax. Yeah, maybe they just want to threaten the knockout. Get that KO. Get ourselves a couple prize cards. Now the Zacian can 2-hit us though. They can bring up the Zacian, hit us. We can't KO it back. Like I said, it's got the resistance. We do 200 to it, actually. Minus 30. Actually, no, we would KO it. We actually would KO the Zacian. So it'd be, can they set up another threat? But I think that's impossible. 4 Metal Saucer gone. Yeah, I don't think it's possible for them to set up another. They could have Echoing Horn. Now, that's a card that I've been wanting to actually test in the Dialga deck, is Echoing Horn. I think the Echoing Horn could be really good in the Dialga deck. I don't know for sure, but it seems like it could be really good. That's actually something I've been wanting to test in the Dialga deck, is an Echoing Horn. It seems really good. I don't know if it is really good, but right here it would be really good. I would lose Echoing Horn here if my opponent has Echoing Horn. So, I don't know. Maybe it's a thing. I'm not sure, though. All right, Zacian's hitting, but they're out of Metal Saucers. So if I KO the Zacian, I think I do want to Cheryl, though. I think I do still want to Cheryl. Almost makes me want to go get another Cheryl before... No, if we KO the Zacian, we should be in a fine spot, right? Like we're doing 200. Yeah, we should be in a fine spot. I'm feeling good. Do this real fast. I could have actually used that, I guess. I didn't really want to use it that bad though. Beam. We could even knock out the Mew next turn if we really need a card. Like just want access. And there's the concede. All right, so we get the Dialga with the Beetle. I was kind of scared at first though. Dialga's generally good against VMAX Pokemon, but I think the Beetle hits them a little bit too hard for how they're trying to play the game. Yeah, we hit them like a little bit too hard with that G-Max wave. That's gonna do it for this game with the Orbeetle VMAX. If you guys enjoyed the video, of course, as always, give it a like. Enjoyed the content, be sure to subscribe. And check out the secondary YouTube channel. I got some more Orbeetle gameplay up over there. And if you guys want to catch the live streams, of course, as always, twitch.tv/AzulGG. Every day except Mondays, I do be streaming over there. And then if you can't catch the streams, but you want to catch the VOD of the streams, AzulGG VODs. I've been uploading the VODs over here on the YouTube channel, so go check that out as well. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.